Hi everyone, my name is Raquel, and for today's practice we're going to focus on waking up and strengthening the insides of our thighs, the adductor muscles. Also waking up the outer, the lateral border of the thigh and strengthening our glutes. And we're going to need one block and one strap, so go ahead and grab that and let's begin. We're going to start lying down on our backs and then bring the legs up towards the ceiling. With the elbows on the floor, have the hands hold and touch the outsides of the thighs. Go ahead and flex the feet. And now take a breath. And as you exhale, open the legs out to the sides. Have the toes face the same direction as your head. And slowly as the legs go out, with the hands you offer a little bit of resistance. And then you slide the backs of the hands to the insides of the thighs as you slowly bring the legs together. And then just noticing what is it that is waking up. Palms on the outsides of the thighs go out to the sides. And perhaps the second time, allow the legs to open a little bit more. Reach out through the heels and continue to bring the toes towards the shins. Slide the backs of the hands to the insides of the thighs. Hug the navel, the ribs, and very slowly, you're using your arms here, giving your legs some resistance. And then the last time, legs opening out to the sides. Slowly, even slower perhaps than before. And see what kind of opening you can get here. And then the last time, back to the hands on the insides of the thighs, giving it some resistance as the legs come up. Good. From here, bend your knees. Roll over to your side, press the hands down, and come into a down dog on your sticky mat. And for today, let's do a mini down dog. So walk your feet forward until your heels touch the floor. And I am aware that for some of us, the heels are not going to touch the floor. That's still okay. So with the heels pressing down, wanting to touch the floor, hug the navel and the ribs, press the hands down, reach the chest towards the thighs. Do not change your upper back. And very slowly tilt only the hips to the left. Just the hips are moving. Chances are you're feeling the insides of the backs of the legs a little bit more. And then center, swing your hips a tiny bit to the right. Good. From here all the way back to center. Normalize your dog pose. Inhale, plank. Push the floor away. And exhale back into dog pose. Now inhale into plank. And bring your knees to the floor. You can face the side of your sticky mat now. So we're going to do a variation of gate pose. So bring your left leg out. And let's have your right hand on the floor. Align with the bottom knee, which is your right knee. And bring the left arm up towards the ceiling and do a big old side bend into your gate pose. Press the sole of the left foot on the floor, reach up to the arms. And then bring the top arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Bring the hand to the hip. And now using the outer left thigh and the left butt, lift the leg off the floor. And now that you're here, look to your leg. What is your leg doing? Chances are the leg tends to be behind you. See if you can have the leg fully aligned with your trunk. And now as you flex the foot, do about 10 very small pulses. You're just bringing the leg up and down until you feel a different part of your butt waking up. So that's gluteus medius. Very important to stabilize, especially if you have sacroiliac stuff going on. This is a good muscle to know and to strengthen. And now still the same leg. You might be tired already. Do small circles with that leg. If your leg is all the way around, it's not going to be the same benefit. So keep the circles small. And you might even be feeling the bottom hip. Okay? Do this. 3, 2, 1. Put the foot down. Bring yourself all the way up. And then release. Do the second side. Now your right leg goes out. And then do your side bend. So the heel of the left hand aligned with the bottom knee. Top arm comes up. And then you do your gate pose on this side. Reach to the fingertips. You can even let the head drop if it feels good. And on an inhale, the top hand goes up, and then top hand to the hip. Look to your leg, engage the butt, engage the outer thigh, and then the leg goes up. I've been doing this all month, I'm a little bit sore, so I know which muscles I've been working on my body. And then go ahead and do your 10 pulses, and then your circles. Small circles. Feel what you're feeling. One more breath. And then the foot down towards the floor. Bring yourself all the way up. And then release things. Good. Bring the knees down. And go ahead and grab a block. Grab your block. And place your block in between the thighs. Bring your hands to your heart. There's a strong connection between the big toes, the ball of the big toes, the inner heels, all the way up to your groins and your inner thighs. So, without pronating your foot, which means collapsing the inner arches of the foot, can you press the big toe, the ball of the big toe, and the inner heel down, but still keeping the inner arches lifted, and see the connection that he has, how the inner thighs are strongly squeezing the block. And then keep that. We're going to do 3 half suns. So inhale, arms to the sides and up. As you exhale, down towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine, press the big toes down. As you exhale, bow over the legs. Inhale, arms to the sides and all the way up, fold the palms. And bring your hands to the heart. Keep the block where it is, just soften the knees, soften the actions. And we're going to start over. Big toes, ball of big toe, inner heel, press down. And now squeeze the block with all you got. Squeeze the block, squeeze the block. Inhale, arms to the sides and up. As you exhale, down towards the floor. Squeeze the block, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bow over the legs. Press the big toe down, arms to the sides and all the way up, folding the palms. As you bring your hands to the heart. We're not going to pause, keep going. Squeeze the block even more. Inhale up. Exhale down towards the floor. Strengthening your adductor muscles. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold the hips over your legs. And inhale, arms to the sides and all the way up, folding the palms. And we bring our hands to the heart. Good. Release the hands, release the block. We're going to do the exact opposite with the strap. So put the block down. And I have made a loop on the strap. We're going to loop our thighs. And place the strap on the middle of your thigh. A lot of people I see putting the strap like all the way up. This is not the middle of your thigh. This is the widest part of your hip. So look where your knee is, where your hip is, and like it's right in the middle. And have the buckle in front of you so it's not in your skin, so it doesn't bother you. Now, hands to heart. You know where your pinkies are. Press the pinkies down, the ball of the pinky, and the outer heels down, without supinating the foot, which means bringing the inner corners of the foot all the way up, so there's way more weight on the pinky and lateral borders of the feet. So how can you press the pinkies down without supinating the foot, which means you have to remember the work we did with the block by pressing the big toes down. So now notice that when you press the pinkies down more, the outer thighs want to push against the strap. Keep doing that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down, push the thighs against the strap. Inhale, lengthen the spine, hands on the thighs. Exhale, bow over again, push the thighs out. Inhale, arms to the sides and all the way. You bring your hands to the heart. Bend the knees, soften the actions, and let's start over. You can even look to your feet, see what they're doing. Pinkies press down, outer heel presses down, but also the big toes to stabilize. And with all you got, push the thighs out and see what wakes up in your hips and in your butt. Inhale, arms up. Keep the legs strong. Exhale all the way down. Nothing changed in your legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine, thighs out. Exhale, bow over the legs. Inhale, arms to the side and all the way up, fold the palms. And bring your hands to the heart. Good, release the hands. Bend the knees and tighten the strap a little bit, but don't move the feet. Push the thighs out, press the big toes down. Keep all that strength. Last one. Inhale, arms up. We're focusing on the legs. And exhale down towards the floor. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you bow. Inhale, arms to the sides and all the way up, folding the palms. As you exhale, bring your hands to the heart. Good. Release the hands, bend the knees, and release the actions. Good. Strap to the side. And now stand on the middle of your sticky. Bring your hands to your hips. And have your right hip a little bit forward than your right foot a little bit forward than the left. And shift all of your weight into your left leg. We're going to start the following movement. It's called the pendulum from the inside of your right thigh. So all of your weight into your left. And from the inside of the right thigh, bring the leg to the top left corner of your sticky mat. So all of this using the inner thigh. And notice if you're sitting on that hip, so hug that hip in. The foot is not going to touch the floor. Bring the foot like kind of back to center and then back to the back right corner of your sticky on a diagonal. And ask yourself, am I leaning forward as I do this? Can you keep the trunk upright as the leg goes back? And let that butt squeeze a bit. And then all the way back to center. Inner thigh leads the weight towards the top left corner of your sticky. And then back to center, back right corner of your mat. One more time, swinging the leg to the front and to the left. And then back and hold. Bring your hands to your heart. Variation on tree pose. Perhaps bring the arms up. Maybe the back leg can be a funky root. So both of your legs are working a lot. Another breath. And fold the palms, hands to heart. Release the leg and release the arms. Give it a shake. Now left foot forward to the right. Same business. All of your weight into the right leg now. And from the inside of the left leg, the leg goes up. Don't sit. Hug it in. Hug the navel, the ribs in to stabilize. And now the leg moves towards the top. Towards the back left corner of your sticky. And then center. And then up. Lift, lift, lift. And then center and back. Think about moving just the leg inside that hip joint. And then last time the leg comes to the top right. And notice which one of your legs is getting tired. Center and back and hold. And then perhaps hands to heart. Perhaps arms up. Tree pose. Lift from the ribs, from the back ribs. Stay connected to what the legs are doing. Inhale. As you exhale, hands to the heart. And release the leg, release the arms. Good. Give it a shake. Go ahead and grab your block again. And place it on the outside of your right pinky toe. So the block is in the lowest setting on the outside of your right foot. And this is something that always bothered me about ego. When we do our ego, we always want to cross the legs all the way, and then the hips are going one way, and we're crossing the arms the other way. So let's do it with the block and see what happens. So slowly shift all of your weight into the right leg. Engage the glutes, and then the left leg comes on top to cross. And we're going to have the ball of the left foot on the block on purpose today. If when you place the ball of your foot on the block, it still feels like the floor is too far away, bring the block to the second height. And then sit a little bit as if you're going to do chair pose, because that's what ego pose is. And bring your hands to the heart. Without looking, bring awareness to the outer left shin and press the outer left shin against the standing leg. And notice which parts of your hips wake up. So you're doing just one thing, pressing the outer left shin against the standing leg. Keep the shape that you're in, and then straighten the standing knee. Take a breath. And go ahead and sit down again into your eagle. The foot that is on the block, press the foot against the block. Press the outer left shin against the standing knee. And now notice the inner thighs. Really squeeze the inner thighs so there's no space in between them. And lift the chest. You might even feel pelvic floor lifting a little bit. So keeping all of this, can you come deeper into your eagle pose. Bring the right arm on top if you want to finish it off. Squeeze the forearms, reach the elbows up, reach the elbows forward. 2 more big breaths. All of your focus is when your legs are doing. Good. And then slowly unravel the arms and unravel the legs. Give it a shake. Same thing, other side. Bring the block to the pinky toe side of your left foot. And come forward. All of your strength. Putting all the pieces together. Left butt super engaged. As you bring the right leg on top for eagle. And then hands to heart. You know what to do. Outer right shin presses against the standing leg. Whenever I do this, I feel like my outer hips waking up a little bit. See if that's true for you. And now adding to this, squeeze the inner thighs together. So in this position, because we have the block, the hips, we're going to be pointing dead ahead. And then so we're not messing with the hips, really working the strength of the legs. Lift the chest. Can we sit a little bit deeper into that eagle? Hug the inner thighs. And to finish it off, left arm goes on top. Do your thing. Arms up, elbows forward. Lift the chest, lift the chest. Sit a little bit deeper. Squeeze those legs. Last inhale. And then release the arms and release the legs. Good. Bring the block to the side. And come into down dog. Come to down dog. Just like we did before, walk the feet a little bit forward so your heels do touch the floor. So mini down dog. And then reach the chest towards the thighs. Swing the hips to the left. And swing the hips to the right. Good. From here, walk the feet back so you normalize your down dog. But have the big toes touching. From the inside of the right thigh, inhale the right leg up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, squeeze it in. Step it through all the way to the left, so you land on the pinky toe side of the foot. The back heel comes down. You can even walk your right hand forward of the shoulder, the left hand to the hips. Kind of a funky shape. Okay. All of your awareness to the inside of the right thigh. Take a breath. And as you exhale, lift the leg off the floor. Perhaps the other arm goes up. Maybe you do a side bend. Another inhale. It's freaking hard. And then release. Oh, get out of there. Into dog pose. Inhale, plank. Chaturanga towards the floor. Inhale, forward. Exhale as we release. Curl your toes. Hands and knees. And back into dog. Same thing other side. Big toes touch. Inhale, left leg goes up. Step it through, center, all the way to the right. Now your right heel is down. Right hand to the hip. Engage the inside of the left leg. Lift the leg up. Maybe the top arm goes up. And do this funky shape on this side. Press the hands down to lift through the hips. And then release all the way back. Inhale, plank. Do your chaturanga. into cobra. All the way down. And then back into dog. Okay. Feet together, big toes touch. So we did inner thigh, let's do outer thighs. Come halfway forward into plank. Come to the outer edge of your right foot for side plank pose. And then top hand to the hip. Either stay here, engage the outer left thigh and the butt, and lift the leg up. Do what you can. This one on me, my hip likes to do this on this side, so keep the hips square as much as you can. Maybe reach the arm overhead, maybe not. And you release. Dog pose, give it a shake. Straight to the other side. Feet together, big toes touch. Halfway forward into plank. Outer edge of the left foot. Right hand to the hip. Engage the right buttock, right outer hip, and then lift the leg up. Maybe the top arm goes up. Reach it overhead. One more breath. And with joy, we release. Back into down dog. Knees down, knees wide. Child's pose for a moment. Good. From here, hands and knees. Step your right foot forward. Come on to standing. Just do a wide-legged forward fold. Just give the inner thighs a break. Some stretching. So inhale, arms up. And exhale down towards the floor. Go ahead and bend the right knee only. Feel what's going on the inside of your left thigh. And then center, you bend only the left to the inside of the right. One more time, you bend only the right fingertips, only the right knee. And come into the big toe side of that foot. Good. And then center, and you bend only the left, coming to the big toe side of your right foot. And then center. Good, bend the knees. Toe heel the feet together. Have a block in front of you. So you're in Uttanasana, forward fold. Our last thing to give our glutes and outer hips a bit of a stretch. Bend only the left knee, keep the left hand on the block or on the floor. Right arm to the side and up towards the ceiling. Dig your right heel down into the earth as you reach the top of your right thigh back. It's nice to linger here if you feel good. And then release. Same thing, other side. You bend only the right knee. Dig the left heel into the earth, top of the left thigh back, left arm to the side and up towards the ceiling. Keep digging the left heel down, left leg super straight. And then release the hand back down. Good. From here, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, bow over the legs. Bend your knees. Swing your trunk side to side. And then back to center. Let's roll up one vertebrae at a time. So inhale. As you exhale, coming up on a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the head up. Good. And then again, Tadasana. Pull the palms in front of the heart. See how it feels after this practice. Maybe you feel it tomorrow. Inner thighs, adductor muscles, outer thighs, glutes. And thank you for joining us in this practice. Namaste.